Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to explain you different types of nerve. Let's have a look. What is nerve? Nerve is actually a cable-like structure. Nerve cell, that is neuron, bunch together to form a nerve. Nerve transmit electric signal between brain and the rest of the body. Okay, it is a part of nervous system. There are different types of nerves classified based on the following. Let's see on the chart. So here is the chart. There are different types of nerve based on this part. That is, first, presence of myelin sheath. Myelin sheath is the fatty substance. Suppose it's a neuron. This is cell body or cyton or soma, perikaryon. There are other name also. And this one is axon. And a cell surrounds the axon, that is Schwann cells. This is Schwann cells. Schwann cells secrete a polypeptide substances inside phospholipid substance inside it. Schwann cell, this is Schwann cell, and secrete the substance inside it. So this substance is called the myelin sheath. If in some neuron myelin sheath is present, then this is the myelinated neuron, and myelin sheath is absent. If myelin sheath is absent, then it's called the non-myelinated neuron. So presence of the myelin sheath nerve is of two types: myelinated neuron, non-myelinated neuron. Next is direction of nerve impulse conduction, to which the impulse is conducted. Based on this, nerve is of three types: sensory nerve, motor nerve and mixed nerve. Suppose this is our body, receptor is there which receives the stimulus. This is central nervous system, and this one is effector, from where the response come out. So receptor gives the signal, the impulse to the central nervous system. Okay, so this nerve is called the sensory nerve, which transmits the impulses from receptor to the central nervous system, that are called the sensory nerve. And the nerve which gives the answer, that is from the central nervous system to the effector. From the central nervous system to the effector. The nerve which are associated with the impulse conducted from the central nervous system to effector, they are called motor nerve. Motor nerve. Okay, and there are some neurons, there are some nerves which conduct in both of the way, both of the direction. They act as a sensory as well as a motor neuron. Okay, that kind of nerves, they functions as a both sensory and motor. They receive signal from the receptor and send it to central nervous system, and also it is impulse is transmitted from the central nervous system from the effector. So this type of nerve is called the mixed nerve. Okay, now come to the third type. Third type is type of neurotransmitter secretion. Which type of, what kind of neurotransmitter is secreted by the nerve? Based on that type, nerves are of four types. Adrenergic are the nerve. Here the neurotransmitter is adrenaline. If a nerve secretes neurotransmitter as adrenaline, that nerve is called the adrenergic. Cholinergic means acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is the neurotransmitter. A nerve secretes neurotransmitter acetylcholine. That nerve is called cholinergic. Dopaminergic nerve that secretes dopamine as a neurotransmitter. That nerve is called the dopaminergic. And GABAminergic, which secretes neurotransmitter gamma aminobutyric acid as a neurotransmitter. If the neurotransmitter is gamma aminobutyric acid, then it's that nerve is called the GABAminergic. Okay, so these are four types of neurotransmitter. Based on the type of neurotransmitter, nerves are of these types. Okay, now the last one is source of origin. From where the nerve is originated. If it's from the cranium, then it's called the cranial nerve. It is of 12 pairs. And spinal nerves, it is of 31 pairs. Okay, let's see how the cranial nerves and spinal nerves are originated from their respective location. Here in this diagram, I am showing you a part of brain. Okay, I am showing you from the thalamus. Above the thalamus, there is a cerebrum. So most of the nerve, actually cranial nerves, are originated from the brain stem. Below the thalamus, there is a midbrain, pons and medulla. These three parts constitute the brain stem. So these three, from these three part or from the brain stem, most of the nerves are originated. So most of the cranial nerves are associated with the brain stem. So there are 12 pairs of cranial nerves. So first is the olfactory nerve. This one is the first nerve. This nerve is associated with the cerebrum. Okay, it innervates the signals to cerebrum. Next, there is a optic nerve. Optic nerve is the number 2. It is innervates signals to thalamus. Then at the midbrain region of the brainstem, here is oculomotor, number 3. Next, trochlear. Next, here, okay, one thing, look here. Here I am showing you a blue line towards the brain. That means they are sensory. And the red lines which are at the opposite direction of this line, they are motor, because they are they conveying the answer, the signal, the impulse from the brain to the body. To the body means to the organ, okay, to the muscle, this, and the arrow, that are showing both of the direction, they are actually mixed nerve. Okay, doing both of the functions, sensory as well as motor. So this is the motor neuron, motor nerve. These are sensory. Sensory nerves are giving the signal to the brain, and motor nerves receiving the answer from the brain, and it is transmitted by them to the organ, to the muscle. Okay. So by this arrow I am showing you which type of nerves are sensory and which are motor. Okay. Now come to the fifth one, that is associated with the pons, and the name of this is trigeminal. Is a motor nerve. Trigeminal. Next, abducens, sixth. Next, facial nerves. Seven, and vestibulocochlear, that is eighth. Cochlear. And then there is a glossopharyngeal from the medulla oblongata. Is a mixed nerve. Glossopharyngeal. Glosso. Nine. Number 10th is vagus. Is also mixed nerve. And the 12th is hypoglossal. Hypoglossal is 12th. Okay. Here one is missing, that is 11th. 11th, the name of the 11th is spinal accessory nerve. Number 11. It is actually associated with the spinal cord. Okay, they are receiving and giving signals or impulses from the spinal cord. So these are the nerves associated with the cranium or brain. Most of the cranial nerves are associated with the brain stem. These are actually midbrain, pons and medulla oblongata form a stem-like structure. That's why they are called the brain stem. Okay. Now come to the spinal cord, spinal nerves. This is our spinal cord, and spinal nerve or spinal cord is actually divided into the first part is the cervical, thoracic, lumbar region, then sacral and coccygeal. These are the part of a spinal cord, and from the respective part there are nerves there. These are the nerves emerges from the cervical portion, cervical region. Okay, then these are a number of the cervical nerves are 8. They are 8 in pairs. Eight pairs. Then there is a thoracic nerves. There are 12 pairs. Then lumbar region have 5 pairs. Sacral also 5 pairs and coccygeal 1. So total spinal nerves are of 31 pairs. Okay. For the cervical region, there are 7 vertebrae. 7 vertebrae. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, there are 7 vertebrae. For the first vertebra, C1, that means cervical 1, first nerve, it is emerges from the upper part, and for the rest of the nerves, they are emerges from the below. C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, C8. Okay, so these are the vertebra and these are the nerves. So cervical nerves. Now there is a T1, T2, T3, T4, all are thoracic nerves up to 12. Then lumbar vertebra 1 to 5, sacral 1 to 5 and coccygeal 1. Coccygeal 1, okay. Now what actually happened here? The nerves which are emerges from the cervical vertebra, suppose they are emerges, they form a plexus. Plexus means some nerves together form a bundle. That bundle is called the plexus, and then it is goes to the respective body parts. So from 1 to 4, from cervical 1 to 4, these nerves 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, they form a bunch, that is plexus. This plexus is called cervical plexus. Cervical plexus. Okay. From 5 to T1. Next, from 5 to T1. 5, 6, 7, 8 and T1. They form a bunch. This is called the brachial plexus. Okay. Next, lumbar 1 to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Form a plexus, a bunch, a plexus called lumbar plexus. And here from 4 to 4. 4, 5, S1, S2, S3, S4. Okay. They form a bundle, that is a plexus called sacral plexus. Okay. So these are all spinal nerves. 31 pairs of spinal nerves are there, and some region form a bundle, that is called the plexus. There are 4 plexus available for the spinal nerves: cervical plexus, brachial plexus, lumbar plexus and sacral plexus. Now you have question, you must have a question, ma'am, where is the thoracic plexus? Because there are also 12 pairs of nerves. What happened here? Here the nerves emerges from the back and they join to the ribs. Okay, they join to the ribs. Just remember, we have 12 pairs of ribs. Okay, 1 to 10 there is the true ribs, and 11, 12 are floating ribs. So these thoracic nerves are emerges from the spinal cord, and it is it's jointed with the ribs. Okay, it is jointed with the ribs. That's why here is no plexus formation we can find. So these are all about the spinal nerves. So today we have learned that different types of nerves and their location. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Very soon we will meet on next video, next new topic. Till then, take care. Thank you for watching.